There, I think I was muted. You can hear me now, Keith? I was just tagging everybody on Facebook. If you didn't hear my initial rant, for some reason, you're one of them actually. You, Sasha, Clayton, our guy Clayton, and there's a few other folks that when I type your guys' names on the Facebook group, when I try to tag you guys on there, it doesn't let me, but it lets me do it mobilely. So I can do it from my phone, but not from my keyboard on my desktop version, and I'm not really sure why. It is what it is. I do my best. Yeah, I think I was muted. I had unplugged my mic and my cameras to clean a little bit. I bought a little. It doesn't work nearly as good as I thought it would, but it's only like $18. I bought this battery-powered duster, and I was hoping it would do really good on the mat. Doesn't really do any better. Works good on the keyboard, but it doesn't do anything magnificent. I want to show off my downtown that I purchased on eBay, which I'll be sending to Josh probably next week to get graded. I was snagged on eBay for ended up being like $401 after taxes and shipping and stuff. Got authenticated. I haven't looked at how the centering is for downtowns this year, but it doesn't look very centered as far as the word goes, so I might turn around and sell it and try again, but we'll see. Yeah, so it's only Keith, Sasha, and Clayton are the only ones I can think of that I cannot tag desktop. All right, let's get into this. One of the best breaks of the year. I'd probably say that for all of them just because I love doing this so much, but 20 select blasters trying to find tigers and numbered cards and snake skins, all kinds of stuff. Tie-dyes. I feel like last year we had a couple tie-dyes out of blasters. There's all kinds of stuff. Numbered cards we can hit. Select is just one of those super exciting things. We'll get into this madness. I apologize if I sniffle or sneeze a little bit. I spent an hour on the lawnmower before I came inside, and usually messes up my allergies a little bit. To my knowledge, the Jets and the Titans are still unclaimed. If any of you guys want that, please shout it out in the chat. I have no problem taking them because I could hit an Aaron Rodgers or something, and it'd be no big deal. I got distracted. It looks like I'm missing a piece of my box cutter here, but this thing has seen some days, I tell you. All right, let's get right into this. We got 20 select blasters. Let's break 164. I'm going to mess with the light a little bit to make sure that it's not too shiny. I need a new box cutter anyway. You see that? Didn't even cut through the plastic. There we go. $164. Good luck, everybody. Let's get into this one. Let's hope we see something really fun. I haven't really watched a ton of Select this year. I've watched some hobby breaks and some of that kind of stuff, but looks like we got 6 packs. Must be 4 cards a pack only. Let's see how these first cards look. So these all came from Dick's. It is not a case, but I got 2 different orders of 10. I ordered them twice because they canceled my order, and then I ended up not actually canceling my order. So we got red and blue die cuts. So we'll get about 60 of those bad boys. That looks pretty good for reflection from the light, at least on my side. If you guys disagree, let me know, but I think from my end it looks good. Our first pack, we got Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, Kendrick Bourne, and a Dion Dawkins. I always forget my routine for when it comes to doing select. I mean this is just under 500 cards, so I'm probably not going to sleeve and top load every rookie, but we'll start strong. Darnell Mooney, A.J. Brown. We got Jane Daniels on the numbers. Second pack in, there we go. And a Rico Dowdle. I guess I forgot to mention this too. You see this little display I got for the cards up, my kind of PC cards that I've got displayed. There's like 6 or 7 of them I got on Amazon on Prime Days, and I can mount them to the wall if I want to. It's just kind of a little clear rack. So this is my experiment break right now, where I've got a couple slabs on there. I've been really lucky in one of my Packer groups where I won both of these 2 cards in a line where I put in just $15 and I hit a population 1 Aaron Rodgers and a out of 10 on card Aaron Rodgers. So my PC's gotten kind of popping up here. But anyways, I think I can mount it right up here on my wall, and I can throw one there for break cards, which would be kind of cool. Looks like we got a silver die cut here. So we got Howie Long, Minka, Jordan Davis on the die cut, and a Kendrick Bourne. This is the first select I've opened all year, so I don't know of any of the patterns or what kind of hit rates we got. I'm going to try to keep my piles of base cards here on my right, and I'll do our rookies on the left. Herbert, I was going to say Stetson Bennett, Jesus. T-Law, Bucky Irving, Calvin Austin. Fred Taylor, Will Anderson on the future. I feel like this card's been in packs for like 3 years now. Matthew Stafford on the orange shock, which is out of $3.99, and a Patty Mahomes on the red, white, and blue. Clayton with the closing on the Chiefs. I'd imagine that's every year. That's usually a pretty solid card. The Rams are on the board first for the first numbered card. Going up to Russ. You guys are going to be sick of my voice by the end of 20 blasters. Kimani Vidal, Jordan Davis, Jared Goff on the turbocharged, and Hawkinson. My garbage pile is going to be overflowing from this one. Box number 2. You got 1 quarterback down, 1 numbered card. George Kittle, Cam Jordan, Zay Flowers, Rasul Douglas. Josh Jacobs. Bo Nix, there we go. Caleb Williams on the turbocharged, and a Will Levis. It is nice to see the big three all come out of the first two boxes. Even if they're nothing special. But I suppose that's traditionally what we have for Select. Penei Sewell, Monty, Rome Odunze on the Shock, and a Greg Zuerlein. Nice hit for the Bears. Although I did think that it was Caleb. That would have been just too convenient, though. I almost wish they did 4 packs of 6. Odunze, Tyrone Tracy, Malik Neighbors, and a DeMarcus Lawrence. Just a little bit less opening. Although, like I said, this is 120 packs. I mean, this is the time of my life. Looks like we got a purple here. That must be a numbered card. We got Chris Jones, AJ Brown on the silver. A Dunze. We got a Dunze box and a Malik Neighbors. That's out of 360. What a random number. Oh, 2 shocks on the Odunze right off the bat. Just not the right names, huh? I'm super appreciative that the die cuts are not rigid and all wacky. They're still a little goofy, but for the most part they're attainable. Stroud, Tua, Jamal Williams, and Spencer Rattler. Oh, tumble. I did stack all 20 blasters up on the desk, so if we feel, or I'm feeling a little bit crowded, so as we get some of these going, it will be a little bit easier. Box number 3. Demarion Overshown. Why did I think that he was a rookie? Van Ginkel. Michael Penix on the turbocharged. And a Josh Carty. For the sake of RC, I hope I have better luck with JJ McCarthy than I did with Optic, because Optic and JJ McCarthy and I did not get along. Ferguson, Cooper Rush. It was great to see him in products, actually. BTJ on the silver die cut, and a Joe Alt. Nice hit here, Dennis. I like seeing that on the back. Levante David, Jared Goff, Sam Hubbard, and a Bo Nix. This is the premier level. We got a thick card here. Must be a patch. Can't forget about patches. I don't have any good top loaders over here for that. Diggs. We got Caleb on the rookie swatches. There we go. Not numbered, but nice hit, Keith. Xavier Worthy and a Jamison Williams on the shock. With it being a Caleb, I'm going to grab a handful of top loaders over right away for these patches, just in case we see a couple more. And a thicker sleeve. 1 second. This guy might be too thick. Yeah, that's too thick. 1 second. I had 130 points. I think this one's probably closer to an 80, but I gotta find the 80s or 90s. Gotta protect the nice cards here. Alright, I'll mess with it later on. I'll put it in the big boy for right now. That way I don't waste too much time. Alright, let's continue. Dexter Lawrence, Mike Sainristil, Neighbors, and Kyle Pitts. I always stack, AFC and NFC to help me when it comes to sorting time. And the NFC is absolutely kicking butt right now. Mahomes, Rico Dowdle, Sauce, and CeeDee Lamb. I saw, was it both Sauce and Garrett Wilson got big extensions today? I think I for sure saw Garrett Wilson, but I thought I saw both of them. Talise Fuaga, Buddha, Dallas Turner on the select certified, and a DK Metcalf on the shock. Well, it feels like we got another patch here. Of course, when my top loaders are tucked away. Malik Washington. There it is, J.J. McCarthy. All right, I really got to find him now. Drake May and a Riley Moss. We got rookie QB patches incoming today. I'll put him over Mahomes. We're going to try the 108 point. See if these are a little more snug. Oh, that's the one right there. All right, we got it. I'll fix the Caleb right now too, so I don't forget. How about that? Marvin Harrison, there we go. First one. Najee, Demarion Overshown, and Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton getting some love. So far, we've had either patch or numbered card. Nothing to sweat so far. Carlson, Torrey Taylor for the Bears, Drake May, and a Calvin Austin. I'm going to do a quarterback pile and a not quarterback pile for the hits. For the hit parades, I should say. We got Braylon Allen. There we go. Oh, wait, I've got the Jets. Jane Reed. Malik Neighbors on the silver die cut. Nice hit. And Jackson Powers Johnson. That's a new one product. Tim doing good with Malik so far. How about that? We got Jaden right on top. Pittman. Tommy Townsend going out to the Texans. Joshua Carty. Aaron Rodgers, Kelsey, CJ Stroud on the numbers, and Andrew Van Ginkel. Quinion, Brian Urlacher, some legend love, Malik on the certified, and a Josh Allen. Yeah, our NFC pile is absolutely whooping the AFC right now. We got White. What? There we go. White with some green. Devonta Smith. Dallas Turner. Ola Muiwaye Fashanu. 92 out of 199. It's always the teams that nobody wants. At least it's not anyone special. Going to the hometown team. And Jake Ferguson. I might get $1 for that on eBay. Joe Montana. Drake May. Riley Moss. And a L'Jarius Sneed. Yeah, the nice thing about switching to that other pile is I'll be able to stack them like this, kinda, but I won't run out of space as fast. Blake Corum, I think, is our first Corum. Jameis. Nakobe Dean. And then Odunze. Caleb right on top. Joe Alt. Ed Oliver. T. Higgins. Eventually one of these QBs are going to fall in the numbered spot. Or at least one of the shocks or something. Outside of no zebras, I am content so far. This does make me happy. Dak, Tariq Woolen, BTJ, and a Levante David. Drew Bledsoe, but it's for the Cowboys. J.C. Latham. Xavier Worthy. And a DeMarcus Ware. Josh Allen. BTJ again. Andy Dalton. And Amon-Ra. Cam Little. Antonio Gibson. Drake May is back. And a Jared Goff on the shock. Nice hit, Kevin. I think Kevin came to our group from Whatnot Breaks with Josh. And it turns out that Kevin only lives about an hour from me. He is another folk who lives up here in the middle of nowhere. It just so happens that he's a Lions fan. Not sure what happened to Kevin. Just kidding, Kevin, if you're in here. Or if you watch later on. Jalen Carter. Curtis Samuel. Nico Collins. And a Jahmyr Gibbs. Penix. Brock Purdy. Jimmy Graham. Lamar Jackson. I don't know if we technically hit a a numbered card in that one. The Jets one wasn't in that box, was it? Maybe it was. Although I shouldn't expect them in every single box. If we do see a zebra and we catch it in time, do you guys want to sweat it? Joe Burrow, Theo Johnson, Brock Purdy, and a Boomer Esiason. Which is not the card I want to see on the red and blue shock. Earl Campbell, Favre, Olave, and we got our first Brock Bowers. Guyton. Why did I think that was JJ? Sam Darnold. What is up with this? Cooper Rush and a Kayvon Thibodeau. We got backup quarterbacks galore on the waves. Or the Shocks, sorry. Tip Riemann. Kamir Elam. Caleb on the certified. And a Jackson Powers Johnson. See, like, why couldn't that be the Bowers? We got lime green. We got Fashanu. Mike Evans on the die cut. Like that. Why does that? Why did we get a legend there? Tomas with a Roger Staubach out of $4.99. Like, at least give us some CeeDee Lamb. And a Jared Verse. If you guys seem like it's starting to get a little fuzzy, let me know and I'll pause the camera quick. You get JJ, Marquise, Brian Burns, and a Ray Davis. Sometimes the way that I bump the edge of my desk a little bit so the camera rattles a little bit, and I just have to deactivate it and reactivate it really fast. Sometimes on my side it looks blurrier than it actually is. So you guys just feel free to... I'll do it quick just to see. Those blasters already open. You guys can see that. Just real quick. Right back into her. I just deactivate the camera and reactivate the camera. Sometimes it helps it refocus a little bit. I'd really love to switch to a 2-camera view, but the current setup, I just don't have enough arm space. Jameis. Caleb, there we go. Patty on the die cut. And a Penix. That's a good pack. I think when Clayton grabbed the Chiefs. I don't think his plan was to hit a bunch of Mahomes cards that'll sell, but that's the world we're living in right now. Joe Alt, Joe Burrow, Dan Hampton, and a Jalen Waddle. Oh, that's an interesting one. That must be a Steeler. Theo Johnson. Or a Ram, I suppose. Earl Campbell. Drake May. This guy's been active tonight. And a Minka. Yeah, another lime green here. Let's please be a rookie this time. Favre. CJ Stroud. AJ Brown. At least that one isn't a pile of poop. And Rodgers. So we got a Rodgers and a Favre Jets card in that one. AJ Brown, 515 out of 599. Was Staubach out of 599 or 499? I gotta check. Alright, what do we think the difference is in these two cards? Because we got a 599 and a 499. Not sure. Nice hit, Tim. Tyler Guyton. We're teased with the Darnold again. Ricky Pearsall, there we go. We hit a rookie. And Corey Trice. Finally got a nice rookie going out to Clayton on the red and blue. Tip Riemann. Khalil Elam. Malik on the certified, and a Herbie on the shock. Tim, you have to get those eBay listings going, or you have to sell a Malik Neighbors lot. Yeah, maybe. You wouldn't think that it would matter with the color, but oh, looks like we got another green to test it here. Perhaps. Cooper Rush. Kamari Lassiter on the die cut. Jamal Charles. This one's out of $4.99. This is premier level. What was that one? Club level. Concourse. Aye. Select does it every time. Nice hit, Kansas City. Little legend. I move my base piles out of my elbow range here. Levante David, Goff, Calvin Hill, Dak. Well, that was an uneventful pack. Sauce, Chase Brown, Drake May, and Isaiah Likely. I don't know if it's true, but allegedly the price of top loaders is supposed to go crazy. I don't know what, where, when, or why, but I keep seeing that as a rumor. I also heard that USPS has jacked up their prices, so that's exciting for all of us in the hobby. Kareem Hunt, Worthy, Stafford. Chiefs are killing it, man. Rasul, DeMarcus Lawrence, Buda Baker, and Grover Stewart. Cooper, Jahan Dotson, Malik Neighbors, and a Marvin Mims. I don't know the exact number, but that's got to be 8 Malik Neighbors. Alright, we got box number 10 here, so we're almost halfway. Sauce, Chase Brown, Joey B, Chase Brown, little Bengal pack, Kareem Hunt, Drake May on the certified. We got or sand or whatever this is considered. Jalen Hurts, there we go, Tim, and a Jefferson. 127 out of 299. Eagles are killing it too. Xavier Worthy, Rasul, Josh Allen, that's a nice die cut, and Herbert. That's a really nice die cut. Good hit, Russ. If it's not Jane Daniels, it might as well be Josh Allen. Lawrence, Amari Cooper, a Dunze, and a Kareem Hunt. The only big name I can think of that we haven't seen yet is McConkey. Dotson, Will Reichard, Darnell Mooney on the die cut, and a Mostert. Hamilton, Lamar, Devin Singletary, and a Debo. Every now and then we get one of those super unthrilling packs. We hit the 2 patches right off the bat. Haven't seen one since now. I want to see a Jaden patch to put next to these ones. Fashanu. JJ. Joe Anderson going out to the Bills. And Mike Allstott. Marquise, Dak, Tyler Nubin, and a Trayvon Walker. Tariq Woolen, Bledsoe, Dallas Turner, and a T-Law. Latham, Josh Allen, Brock Purdy on the turbocharged, and an Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith is an interesting legend that I don't think I've seen a lot of. We haven't hit any... oh, there we go. We finally got one. What do you guys think? We want it to sit here for... nah, we'll put it on display. We're not going to sweat it. Drake May. Pull from behind, though. Phillip Rivers. We got Brian Thomas covering it up. We'll see if it's a rookie. Does not look like it's a rookie. Mo Alley Cox. Going out to the Colts. Jeff. Jeff has been picking the Colts every now and then on breaks, waiting for a decent card. We did hit a zebra. That's just not who we want it to be. But it's a zebra. We got one. There's definitely worse players you could hit zebras of. I would have taken any other player in that pack, though. I'm just happy we got one. We'll put him over Caleb. It took 10 boxes. Cam Little, Gibson, Olave. There we go. We had a Xavier Worthy on the shock. All right, let's hope that doesn't end. Yeah, we haven't hit one Packers rookie. Jaden Reed, Jaden Daniels, Pace, CJ Stroud. I think Jaden Daniels was giving me a revenge since I just covered him up. If that's all it takes, I'll just keep doing it. Michael Pittman, Rodgers, Marvin, and then Jacoby Dean. Marvin is on club level. Feels like we got another patch. Maybe this one will be one of the other QBs. Jamal Williams off the back. Jaden. Travis Kelce. Odunze. We have both Bears for our guy Keith on the rookie swatch. I'll sneak that one right under Caleb. I was right. Covered up Jaden. 2 in the next box. Quinion, Urlacher, Dallas Turner, and a BTJ. I think Dennis will be happy with the amount of BTJs we got. At least so far. Montana. Drake May. Howie Long, and a Leggett. Devonta Smith, Corum, Drake May, and a Spencer Rattler, rookie quarterback on the shock. I'm not sure how many Drake Mays I have up on the stand, but just down here we got seven down here on different inserts. Quite a big variety too. There's 6 different versions right there. Holy. I guess I didn't realize how deep Select was this year. Now we got 8 to go. Fred Taylor. Kamani Vidal. Adonai Mitchell. That's a new one. Got a T. Higgins on the shock. Seeing some new faces suddenly. Jordan Davis, Malik, Brian Robinson, and a Ricky Pearsall. Nico, Mooney, Amari Cooper, and a Phillip Rivers. I feel like it's been a while since Phillip Rivers and some of these guys have been in Panini products. So it makes you wonder why. What makes them decide when to use someone's rights or someone's name? AJ Brown, Howie Long, Bowers on the turbo, and a Joshua Carty. I've yet to see a Packers rookie or a McConkey. I did remember reading something in one of my Green Bay groups where apparently Edrin Cooper only has one version of a card in this product. Where like we just hit we have 7 different Drake Mays. Apparently Cooper only has one insert or one tier, one version. Minka, Herbert, Cortland Sutton, and an Njoku. Oh, is this autograph? Oh, we got Panini points, I think. 250 Panini points. We got Xavier Worthy and an AJ Barner. I'll put that off to the side. We'll randomize that off. I'll probably even offer to buy it off you guys. That's a shame. I would have much rather a random player's autograph than 250 Panini points. I can tell you that for free. Harrison Smith, Tillman, Bo Nix, haven't seen that name in a little bit, and a L'Jarius Sneed. Nix and Williams have gotten a little quiet. Hufanga, Bucky, Marshawn Lloyd, our first Packer, and Allen, another Josh Allen on the shock. See if it's the same version. Two different versions. There you go, Russ. Evan Pace, Joe Anderson, Xavier Legette on the silver die cut with Patty Mahomes. Yeah, and the Panthers have Sanders, Legette, and Brooks. And we haven't really seen any of them either. Justin Fields. Bowers, nice. Allen on the numbers. And Alex Anzalone. Select is one great way of getting rid of top loaders and sleeves. Oh, we got another zebra. We're not going to sweat it. Pull from the back again. J.K. Dobbins. Xavier Worthy on the shock. Hopefully let's see a rookie. Doesn't look like a rookie. It is a Packer though. Josh Jacobs. How about that, Craig? Holy smokes. Complaining about not seeing any Packer cards. This could be headed to a PSA near you. Rashad White was the name I didn't read. Xavier Worthy. Different than that one, once again. We're up to 2 on the zebra count. One good one. Oh, dropping cards here. Lassiter, Will Anderson, Barry, and a Kirby Joseph. Not a lot of Lions players either. Alright, we got 6 to go, which means we've opened 14. Hufanga, Bucky, Xavier Worthy, and a Kirby Joseph. On the shock. Kevin getting some hits all of a sudden. I'm trying to think of, outside of McConkey now, what team has really been quiet? Lassiter, Will Anderson, Devontae, Brian Branch. Sewell, Montgomery, Will Levis, and Darnell Savage. Tyrone Tracy, Chris Jones, Bucky on the die cut, nice at Tampa. There we go, Fabio. Aaron Jones. Guess we haven't had a ton of magic for the Bucks down there. Nico, Mooney, Nico, and a Brian Anger. Getting some punter love in here. AJ Brown, Howie Long, Bijan Robinson, sorry, and a Zerline on the shock. Kicker love now. 5 to go, 75%. You guys are in here. Let's see some names of who you want to see that I might be skipping or that have been hiding for the last couple packs. Reichard, Kyle Hamilton, Bosa on the silver, and a Tip Riemann. I'm not sure who exactly Tip Riemann is, but I feel like I see that guy's name a ton. Lamar. Oh, Jesus. Drew Bledsoe on a Patriots auto. Snuck right up on us. Select signatures. Wow. Not a bad hit, Dennis. Nice hit. Imagine if it would have been one of the other Patriot quarterbacks that is out there. But Bledsoe is by no means a nobody. That really snuck up. Russo and Ed McCaffrey. Harrison Smith, Tillman, Penix, and a Jaden. Quarterbacks are back. I wish it was really easy for me to unhook my camera and show you guys the mess that I made with still 4.5 blasters to go. Fields, Bowers, Malik Washington, and a Jerry Jeudy. couple Bowers getting in our pile now. Rashad White, Hufanga, Joey B, and AJ Barner. A little Seattle love. Bucky, Drake May, Marvin on the shock. There we go, Tim. That was a pretty solid box, actually. Truthfully, I should say. We'll put Marvin over here, see if we spark a little anger in any of the cards I covered up. All these piles are getting pretty big up here, I can tell you that. But 480 cards is no joke. Like even Keith grabbing Cleveland for 50 cents per box of Browns cards. Alright, 4 to go. Let's see one more zebra. Cooper, Jahan Dotson, Hufanga, and Carson Steele. The first Carson Steele, I believe. Ivan Pace, Joe Anderson, J.K. Dobbins, and a Jordan Love. I think it's the first time I said his name, too. Reichard. Lamar. Puka. I think it's the first Puka I said. And a Tyler Lockett. Even being a base card. Harrison Smith. Cedric Tillman. Jefferson on the numbers, and a Devin Singletary. Oh, we got another patch. From the back, Fred Warner. Leggett. Jonathan Brooks. There you go, Daniel. I honestly hope this guy's healthy this year so he can potentially... Thank you. I don't even know if he actually got in a game last year. Little Carolina Panthers pack there. Brock Bowers. White. Kamani Vidal. And a Marvin Harrison. Three blasters to go. And when I tell you guys that I got piles everywhere, I am not joking. But truthfully, I'd much rather do one big select break than doing like 8 blasters. in 8 blasters, we might not have hit any of these Caleb Williams cards. You know what I mean? Jalen Carter, Curtis Samuel, Kirby Joseph on the silver, and a Joe Namath. Michael Penix, Purdy, Gabe Davis, and a Joey B. Stephon Diggs, Dexter Lawrence, Caleb, and a Daniel Carlson. Mike Sanders still. Mahomes, BTJ, and a DJ Moore. Rico Dowdle, Demarion Overshone, Njoku, and Okiriki. Van Ginkel, Ferguson, Worthy, and Fuaga. I think overall that might have been the worst box we had yet. All right, 2 to go. Hopefully we see one more exciting card. $48 cards to go. Oh, we got another numbered card. Get it right out of the way in this box. We have Minka. Bryce Young on the die cut. Will Reichard, 410 out of 499. It is a rookie. Trey Benson. Now, why could that have been JJ? Oh. Herbert. T-Law, Isaiah Simmons. I'm so excited for that guy to be a Packer. And Evan McPherson. Buddha. Fuaga. Holy smokes, he does exist. Lad McConkey and a Darnell Mooney. Sasha, I was going to get worried. It should not have taken us 19 boxes to find a Lad McConkey. However, we still haven't seen Javon Bullard or Edrin Cooper. I recognize those more being a Packer fan. Malik, Marvin Harrison, Will Anderson, and a Caleb. He's still here, Keith. He is still here. Najee, Daniel Carlson, Neighbors on the shock. There we go. And a Braden Fisk. Finally, a real nice Neighbors, Tim. Torrey Taylor, Braylon Allen, turbocharged on the Goff, and a shock A.J. Brown. I think I've dropped about 10 sleeves so far in this break. Alright, we got one blaster box to go. Once again, I want to wish good luck to each and every one of you. Hopefully we see some stripes. At the very least, a rookie card that we've been looking for. Jacobs. Bo Nix coming out of the woodworks. Worthy and Patty French Fry. Out of the woods, he says. Kittle, Cam Jordan, Marvin Harrison on the turbocharged, and a Jordan Davis. Tim's team's coming to life here at the tail end of the break. As I said, we get another Malik. What we got? So we did get a lime green here, it looks like, with some red. A Dunze. Bucky. George Kittle, at least it isn't a bum. And another shock, Malik. Tim finishing real strong right here. Kittle is 89 out of another. We got another one out of 599 here. Three to go. Let's see, maybe a JJ. Maybe a Caleb Stroud. Tua. AJ Cole. Not what we're looking for. And Hunter Henry. Fred Taylor. Kimani Vidal. Hutchinson on the future, and a Barry Sanders on the shock. Getting some hits for Kevin. Last pack. Good luck, everybody. Jordan Davis. Neighbors. Herbert. And Mo Alley Cox. Mo Alley Cox is haunting us this break. Our guy, Mo Alley Cox. Alright, I will do a quick recap. I know some of you look forward to the recap or can't necessarily watch the whole break and check it out later on, and some of you probably skip right to the end, and that's okay because it is hard to sometimes watch I'm assuming this we'll be going on about an hour and a half now. Split this up into piles where they belong quick. And overall, we really did quite well. Would have loved to see an extra zebra or another zebra or a couple more cool patches. Our first couple patches, we did have Caleb, Adunze, and JJ. Now, this is our stack of just rookie QBs of the main 4 or 5, I guess. However many there are. We got JJ, May, Caleb, Nix, Jaden, Caleb, Jaden, Bo Nix, Caleb, Penix, May, Jaden, Penix, Nix, May, JJ, Caleb, Penix, Penix. And we got 4 Nicks, 6 Caleb's, 5 Penix, 5 Jaden's, and that's if I didn't accidentally put one in this other pile. 2 JJ's, not including the patch, and 11 Drake Mays. That's pretty good, Dennis. We got 11 Drake Mays. All right, looks like I got 2 stacks here. Mahomes, Marvin, Adunze out of 360, Bledsoe on our autograph, Worthy, Barry, Kittle, Neighbors. Oh, that is 2 different cards. Look how close those cards are, guys. I didn't even realize that. McConkey, Reichard out of 499, Brooks on the patch, Bucky, Worthy, Bowers, Leggett, Bowers. Spencer Rattler, Marvin, Allen, Hertz out of 299, Jamal Charles out of 499, Ricky, AJ Brown out of 599, Staubach out of 499, Mahomes, Bowers, Fashanu out of 199, Die Cut Neighbors, Worthy, BTJ, Adunze, Goff, and Stafford out of 399. We had so many Adunzes and Worthies. A lot of Neighbors. I'm going to grab my phone here. As long as you guys are fine with it, I'm just going to go on the Safari and I'll have them pick a number between 1 and 32. And we'll just do all or nothing. We'll make sure that it shows up well here. So between 1 and 32. Well, actually, we'll do 1 and 32. I'll generate it just one time. And whatever we get, and I'll just go alphabetically down the list. And this will be for our 250 points. So 250 points, A through W on our list. We'll generate one time. 25. So I'll count down to 25. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15, 16, 17, 18. No, go figure. If it fell on the Jets, I had the Jets, so I will generate one more time because I'm not going to keep that from you guys. Number 5, Carolina. So go note to Daniel. Let me write that on there so I don't forget. Dan Daly on the 250 points. That's a little bit smoother than setting up the random number generator and the list randomizer for the teams and all that good stuff. And I almost forgot our 2 zebras, Mo Alley Cox, premier level, and we did hit a concourse, Josh Jacobs. Who, as a Packer fan, very happy with that hit. Thank you guys for everything. It was a really good break. Josh just posted some kind of mixer with some optic contenders and some more select. Now you see what's capable out of these teams. 11 Drake Mays. We got some zebras. Should see one zebra in 10 blasters, it looks like, roughly. We had 4 different patches, so, 2 patches. That's all I got for you guys tonight. I will wrap this up and start sorting. This one will probably take me an extra day or 2 with it being so many cards. And I like to try and get the base cards to you guys on Select also. At least a majority of them. Because there's so many different varieties, and Select is just a much nicer card than the base optics and the base prisms. Thank you guys. See you guys in the next one. If you need anything from me, feel free to reach out. Appreciate each and every one of you.